Good morning, my muses, my family, my friends. How are you doing on this amazing, beautiful Friday before Halloween? I hope that you're ready for the veil to be the thinnest that it's going to be and to go ahead and get as close to your spirit guides and your family as you can. I hope that you have amazing ritual plans, and if you do, I would love to hear all about them. So the reason I'm coming to you today is because on the group page that I have, Musings of a Lightworker, I have questions in order to get in. And one of the questions is, what is it that you want to learn from this group? And, I probably should have should have written it down, but I didn't. So I think it was something along the lines of how to find out what your life purpose is, or your divinity, something along those lines. So, of course, I'm coming in with some suggestions. My word is not gospel, so just take what resonates. Why is my throat chakra messing up? Okay. Forgive me for my throat chakra messing up there. Anyway, like I said, my word is not gospel, so go with what resonates with you. If you get goosebumps from anything, also known as clairsentience, know that it's a sign for you to maybe follow up on the lead of it. Or if it just doesn't feel like it's right for you, that's okay too. It might be right for somebody else, and maybe you'll be inspired by something and put your own twist on it and find out what best works for you. Now, what I can do is I can kind of give my own experience and tell you how I discovered my life purpose. Now, as it is suggested by many people, they say that what it is that you love doing as a child is what you're meant to do when you grow up. To me, that didn't fully resonate. Honestly, I'm like, I wanted to be a firefighter, and that didn't end up being my life purpose, although serving humanity is. So I guess it's kind of right. So think about, what is it that you love doing as a child? What did you constantly daydream of? I know we go through all these different phases of I want to be this week, and I want to be that this week, the next week. We flip-flop around. Even as adults going to college, they say you change majors so many times before you figure out what it is exactly that you want to do. So, but I agree with some people. Some people know early on exactly what it is that they want to do. They see nods to it. Now, besides wanting to be a firefighter, my mom would take us on very late night walks and take us over to the elementary school that we went to. And right out in the front, they had this nice sidewalk area, and she would sit on the steps, and we would just go around there and play and everything. So I would spin around all the time, constantly spinning around, daydreaming about dancing and about singing. Now, I came into this life with my strongest chakra being my throat chakra. And what do people that their strongest chakra is the throat chakra do? Well, besides working with the public, they're really good at singing. We're good at singing. We're good at public speaking. We're good at giving truths to people. And really being our authentic selves. Just by being our authentic selves, we can help activate other people too. It's just part of naturally who we are. So I am seeing that, honestly, that constantly spinning around. I have a very deep connection to music too. Like I had mentioned earlier, the clairsentience. When music comes on, I feel it. I feel it all throughout my body. When I sit there and I dance, I'll just do my little I'm not listening to classical music all the time or whatever. It's just me getting into it. And just by moving a little bit, I just feel it through my whole body. It's almost as if like feeling the energy around me. And when I start to sing and stuff, it's the same exact thing. And I often give people really good advice, not tooting my own horn, just, it's what people have told me. And that was before I even knew about the whole chakra system. So I serve humanity. I am a healer. So I kind of follow through with, the childhood daydreaming of dancing around and singing, only I don't do that for a living. I do that on my own. It helps with healing. I feel very deep connection to that. It could be a meditation practice. So that's something that I do. So that's something that you can sit down and really think, well, what was it that I would daydream about, or have a lot of actual dreams about, or I aspired to be, or people that I just really looked up to. What is it that they did and I still look up to them, type of deal. That could tell you what your life purpose is, or, really get you down to the bottom of it. Now, of course, meditation. Not everybody likes that answer. People are like, I don't want to sit there and do meditation. It's not fun for me. I don't have time for it. Well, I like to do a lot of meditation to sleep. I literally call it that to myself. I'm going to meditate to sleep. And just sit there and, okay, I'm going to do mindfulness meditation here. As my eyes are closed and I'm working on going to sleep, what exactly is it that I'm hearing? Tuning into different things that I'm hearing. All right, spirit guides, show me what it is that I need to see. Let me know the next step on my journey. Let me know my life purpose. Having your third eye open really will show you what it is that you need to see, as long as you're fully open to it. And there's many methods for that. You can find a lot of videos for that. I even have a video, if you scroll down in my feed here, on my YouTube channel, you can find techniques here. Again, you don't have to go with what I said. You can go with whatever resonates best with you, and that can help you find it. Also, people that like to watch a lot of tarot readings, that helps me to also figure out my life purpose. I would watch a lot of readers. They all kept saying the same thing, that I was a healer, that I was a light worker, that I'm a starseed, that I'm here to serve humanity, and all of that resonates, and it all has been very true. And I did the schooling and everything for it, and it's worked out really well, and it's been a huge passion of mine. Yes, that's the next tip off there. If it's something you're extremely passionate about, even if you don't think that you're going to make any money from it, that right there could be your life purpose. So just sit with that. What is it? Is it painting? Is it drawing? Is it crocheting? Is it taking your friends to new parks and walking around and connecting with nature? It could literally be anything. Is it working on cars? It doesn't have to be spiritual in nature. Just because we're in a spiritual, the lifestyle, we don't have to have a spiritual type of career to really be doing what we're supposed to be doing for a living, and to really reach out to other people. As long as it's something that brings you joy, you're raising your vibration, therefore you're raising the vibration of everyone around you, which raises the vibration of the earth, therefore you're doing light work, and you are completing a purpose. So, living passionately, don't just live to work. These things, hopefully all these suggestions are kind of putting it into perspective for you. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, yes. Okay. I have a few more suggestions here for you that will give you nods as to what it is that you could do for your life purpose, or you're really finding your divinity. So numerology. A lot of people already know about numerology, but for those of you that don't, you calculate your birthday number, and then your life path right there. you would figure out what your life purpose is through your life path number. And you can find a lot of videos on how to do that, but just a quick breakdown. You would add up all the digits of your birthday, and then you would break it down to a 1-digit number, or unless you're a master number. Like me, my birthday is 9/24/1985. I'm a life path 11. 11 is a master number, so is 22, and so is 33. If you add up your birthday numbers and it's either 11, 22, or 33, you don't break it down any further. Like I said, those are master numbers. But for us that have the master number, we kind of have two life paths. So since I'm a life path 11, I'm also a life path 2. So those two go hand in hand. So if you're a 22, you're a 22 and a 4, 33, 33, and 6. And so then you would, kind of start diving down the rabbit hole of that. And that is a pretty deep hole right there, because then there's a lot that goes into it. It's more than just your life path number. There's different challenges that you can find out from it. You can calculate the numbers from your name and figure out more information from that. So really start to, if you're interested and you have time and you're passionate about it and you feel inspired to, look into numerology and figure out what it is that you can do. There's even a website called numerology.com, and you just put in like your birthday and your name, and it will calculate the information for you. Of course, you just get the basic for free, and then you can pay for a report if you want. But if you don't want to pay for a report, you don't have to. You can just do the research and go ahead and figure it out on your own. Or you can find a really talented friend that just enjoys doing that kind of thing, and they can help you out with it too. Astrology. Going through your birth chart, calculating your birth chart, which you can just type in all your information into your search engine. Just put in natal chart or birth chart, and all you have to do is have your birthday and your place of birth, and it will go ahead and calculate your birth chart, and then a lot of them will give you a description underneath it, so that way you get a better understanding of who you are. Maybe even, well, we already know who we are, best ourselves, but through astrology and your birth chart, it can give you even more information that you didn't even know about. Nods back to your childhood, things that will happen throughout your life, like, maybe I do have that habit. Maybe I should look at this career path. Maybe that will be a new passion for you, learning about numerology or astrology. And then as you start to go through that, you'll discover maybe that's part of your life purpose, teaching people about that, learning about it, being passionate about it. So yes, astrology, numerology. Oh, what was a... Man, I feel like I had another suggestion in there, and now I'm... Yep, okay. Yeah, I just totally hit a wall there. I do not script my videos. I find that very tedious, so when I come to you guys with these videos, it is all just flying right out of my mind and my mouth, and you get what you get. That's my authentic self right there. So how about we do a quick meditation? This is one that I had saw before by a very talented person who is amazing at meditation and helping people with the law of attraction and everything. So just come and sit with me for a few minutes, and perhaps this will help give you more answers. So if you can't do it right now, just maybe pause it and then come back to it later when you do have a few minutes to do it. Or, it's up to you. You don't have to do it. It's not mandatory. All right, so if you're still here with me, let's go ahead and you can either lay down if you feel like that, or sit in a comfortable position. You can sit in the chair with your feet flat on the ground. Just get comfortable, or however best feels right for you. Obviously, Try not to have any distractions if you can help it. Now take a few deep breaths in, and with each breath, you're going to go ahead and release the tension out of your body. I'll give you a minute to do that. All right, now with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine that there is a door in front of you. The biggest door that you have ever seen in your entire life. Design it however it is that you want it designed. What pattern speaks to you? What pattern is it that really shows you what your mental state is right now, or what it is that you want to be? I'll give you a moment to think about that. Oh, it could be a solid color. It could have a design. Either way, it's just gigantic. All right, and now before you enter, you have to leave everything outside of that door. You have to leave your ego outside of the door. You have to leave your job, your family, your friends, your stress, your name, your titles that you have given yourself. You're not mom or dad. You're not manager or boss or hairstylist or whatever it is that you do. You are not lazy. You are not ambitious. You're stripping down to absolutely just pure spirit and body. Leave your clothes, leave everything outside of this door. Leave nothing there. You don't have, you aren't psychic. You aren't lacking. Nothing. So you leave it all out, and then when you do that, at this point, I know some people will be like, oh, I can't leave all that, then what am I? Well, that's exactly what you're going to discover when you walk through that door. So just leave it all. Go back to pure spirit and just body. All right, and once you do that, you go ahead and walk through that door. When you open the door, what does it look like inside? Is it dim? Is it bright? Are there places to sit? Is it nature? Is there water there? It could be anything that you want. I'm going to give you a moment to go ahead and really design what it is that you're seeing. Maybe what you're feeling. The perfect place for you to discover your divinity. Because after all, the best place to discover it is within ourselves, deep, deep within ourselves. We already know what it is. We're already connected to it. We just have to unlock it. Now inside, whether you want to go in and explore, your higher self is in there. You can sit with your higher self. You can walk with your higher self. If there's a river or an ocean, you can swim with your higher self. Whatever feels best to you. This is your meditation. Make it personalized for you. And as you're either sitting, laying down, walking, swimming, whatever it is, I want you to be able to have the space to ask your higher self anything that you want to ask. Who are we at a soul level? What is it that we really want to do? Where is it that we want to go in life? What is it that brings us passion? How can we get the most out of this lifetime? Just really tailor it to yourself so that way you can get the answers that you want. And if you feel that your higher self wouldn't help you so much, perhaps invite in spirit guides or angels or a deity that you might follow. Like I said, this doesn't have to be rigid. Just really tailor it to what best fits you. And then just after you ask that, let your mind go. Don't sit there generating answers for yourself, because you left all that outside of the door already. Those answers that you already had tailored for yourself, those are outside of the door. Those aren't in here in this sacred space. Now is the time to, after you ask, be quiet and really, truly listen. Really, truly watch. What are the images that are going around you that could be clues? What are the thoughts that are swirling around in your mind? The whispers that you might hear in your ears, the downloads that you're getting. These are going to be the clues to what your life purpose is, what your divinity is, who you truly are at a soul level. And just sit there with that. Now, for somebody that is struggling to get visualization, maybe try a different technique. Maybe gaze at fire while you're doing this. While you're gazing at the fire and you imagine the door and then going inside and everything. By just sitting there and staring at that flame, you could get the visuals of what it is that you need. Or it could be water that you stare at. Whatever it is that really gets you into that space, that deep meditative space where you can get the answers that you need, that you desire to really get that work done. That is what I suggest for you to do. That is the right thing for you to do. So then when you are done with that, after you are done talking to your higher self or your spirit guides, your angels, your passed on loved ones, a deity that you follow, whomever it may be, maybe even a passed on pet, maybe they could have a voice too, telepathically, whatever feels right for you. When you are done and you are ready, you are now able to leave the room. And then outside of the room is everything that you left out there. Your ego, your clothes, your titles, each and everything, your stress, your joy. Now at this point, you get to decide what it is that you're going to pick back up. Are you going to pick everything back up? Or are you going to leave the stuff that no longer serves you? This is where you get to really decide. Personally, I think it's best to leave a lot of it. And the next time that you come into the space, that stuff that you left, it's already going to be gone. It doesn't clutter up there. It's gone. It has disappeared. It no longer serves you. It's been taken care of. You set that intention for it to be taken care of. So do that as many times as it takes until you really get those answers. That is a deep dive right there. And it could launch you maybe into some shadow work that you have to do, or paths that you want to explore. So let me know what you thought of that. Like I said, I didn't really create that myself. I kind of went off the path. The person that did it was a little bit more rigid with it, had a set way that they did it. I kind of expanded on that to make it my own a little bit. So yeah, let me know what worked for you, which method or methods resonated with you the most, and maybe what it is that you want to explore. All right, thank you so much for vibing with me. I love you all, and I hope this was helpful. Bye.